heating and air conditioning.
Uncle and nephew in the next row. The 767 is Jamie, the winner on
Car. And the youngster Damian Harris.
Optimus Construction. Thermotech aboard. Mom.
Here on our program here on Home Track Heroes, brought to you by All Ply Roofing. All right, let's get into main event action. First up on the docket, it looks like we've got the INEX Legends coming up. They'll go on the 3/8 mile, and they will go 30 scheduled laps around. A look at your lineup as you see Don Fairley in the Evergreen Speedway pace car, world's biggest San Francisco Giant fans. Shout out to you, Don Fairley. All right, front row, Garrett Grichala, Weather Right Roofing, the 30 car. Chris Thompson in the 10 out of Snohomish, the Weather Right Roofing number 10 machine. Second row, Jeremiah Johnson out of Linwood, LB Motorsports, and the 40 of Samantha Schwartz from Mercer Island in the Mountain Equipment car.
Mom and Dad helping out the number 19 of Jaden Luce out of Issaquah, alongside 68 of Kaylee Decker out of Duval, sponsored by Lewis and Maine. 86 is Joe Decker out of Duval, also sponsored by Lewis and Maine. 15D, Davis Jacobson out of Wilkeson, sponsored by the Truck Shop.
It is the fifth row. Shane Solwin, the 4 car out of Snohomish, sponsored by Mr. Dizzy Motorsports to his outside. Braden Wager, opening week winner in the 30B from Camino Island, sponsored by Dirt Cheap Sewer, the row behind them. Dakota Grichala, the 27 from Snohomish, Apex Home Services, the sponsor on that car. And the youngster Damian Harris, car number 20 from Lake Stevens, sponsored by Flow Master Gutters.
The 11M is Rick McNeil out of Bellevue, sponsored by Optimus Construction. Thermotech aboard the car beside him, the 86X of Jeff Mueller from Lake Stevens. Northern Environmental on the Puyallup native, the number 11 of Danny Arnold. While 76C, without a sponsor, put your business aboard Josh Vlock's car out of Edmonds.
Let's go back to row number 9. Bella Luce, the 55 from Issaquah, looking for some sponsors herself. Ian Humphreys is next to Bella out of Renton, the Masonator racing car. Nathan Adams, hometown unlisted LB Motorsports, sponsors the 65 in row 10. And to his outside, Brian Grant, the 29G. Adam Alpe, sponsored by Unknown Tattoo.
Matt Dugas drives the 24D out of Mukilteo, sponsored by Tacoma Comedy Club. 21 is Grayson Miller out of Puyallup, sponsored by Veterans Roofing, and rounding out your field is the number 9 of Adriana Camp out of Monroe, sponsored by the Legal Umbrella.
I have never seen somebody with a comedy club sponsor. That is definitely a different thing for Dugas.
Really?
Yeah, first time in the, oh boy, dating myself here, since 1996 I've been doing this race car announcing thing. So yeah, first time in 29 years. That's random and weird, but good for Matt. Get that money. Get that comedian money, buddy.
There you go. Left-hand corner for the Speedway Chevrolet pace car.
Graduate from the karting ranks is Dugas, so we'll see how he adapts to having 4 wheels and a roll cage and seatbelts.
We will see the green. Everyone's spreading out like a swarm of angry wasps into turn number 1. And clear is the 30 of Garrett Grichala. All Ply Roofing, the new sponsor for the INX Legend class. Happy to have them aboard.
Well, lap number 1 coming to a close, and out front the ticker comes up, and you're going to see a bid for the lead. That looks like it's going to change to Chris Thompson, shooting to the low side and looking for room, but we have got cars together already. Caution flag is out.
The 9 of Camp and the 76C of Vlock.
Yeah, early for both of them. Camp, the daughter of Austin Camp, who we see in street stock racing competition, and around, oops. It happens. These Legends very hard cars to drive as Vlock goes splashing into the innocent Uke tire and knocking a little water up in the air.
Yeah, it just spins there on the backstretch after the caution lights came on. Shame for both of them. Hope to see them refired and rejoining us.
Got some in-car look for me and Humphreys there as we'll reline them back up and let them loose. As again, cool, quad box. All right, first quad box of the night. Braden Wager in the upper left corner, the full field in the upper right. Ian Humphreys is down on the bottom right. Damian Harris is in and around that same area. We'll go green coming off the corner, and Harris like can start right in the middle of those 2 cars. You thought he might try to shoot the mid. There's Wager in the upper left. Back.
You see Humphreys on the 5/8 oval. Some problems for Danny Arnold. Arnold spins. Loops it around on the top side in the grass.
Interesting.
Between the turn 1.
Interesting spin there from Arnold. They'll fire it back up and get her going, but let's watch how it all went down. As mess of cars into one. Oh yeah, brake check, and Arnold ends up kind of getting sent out in the middle of the grass. That happens.
Yeah, Tough break there for the young driver of the number 11 machine. See him lock it up into that first corner.
And Humphreys just takes evasive action. I'm smart by Humphreys. He knew that if he had tried to turn down into that, he's likely ending up with a very wadded up race car in a big hurry.
Yeah, one of our rookies this year in the division, driver the number 53. We're getting word from the tower. We'll go to a single file restarts.
Well, that was quick. That was a very quick choice. Usually it'll take a little while into the race before they'll bail on the double file, but they must have seen something they're trying to avoid here.
I think the problem was they only saw one lap and 2 cautions.
Yeah, that'll do it. Green is out. Garrett Grichala, Chris Thompson back at her, and there is a big old stripe of something down there because, wow, that is a thick line of kitty litter.
Yeah, an awful lot of it as they go around the track. You see Sawin at the tail end of the left side of your screen, poking on the inside, unable to find a pass Jacobson that time. Garrett Grichala trying to form quite the gap.
That speedy dry right in the racing groove too, like right where you've got your right side tires going into the turn and left side through the apex of the corner, and it's doing its job. It's soaking up the moisture that's on it, but it's like running on marbles to an extent. You can't quite get the grip that you're looking to out of it. So Inex Legends, the All-Ply Roofing Legends as is on track, and try to get some laps up and going as we're going to take a commercial break. More coming from the Legend main event when we come back here on Home Track Heroes on Seattle 11.
Has your roof suffered some damage, or is it just time to replace an old roof? At All Ply Roofing, we specialize in torch down, asphalt shingles, and TPO roofing materials for both residential and commercial buildings. We are certified contractors with GAF and Malarkey, Polyglass Quantum Contractors, and members of the Master Builders Association. Serving the greater Western Washington region, visit our website at allplyroofing.com to schedule your free estimate. All Ply Roofing, putting quality roof systems over your head.
For grace, comfort, and rest from the struggles in life, join us for the celebration of the Catholic Mass. Experience a time of inspiration as we come together for Sunday worship and prayer.
Join us for Catholic Mass here, Sunday mornings at 8:30. For more information, visit heartofthenation.org.
Thursday, May 22nd at Emerald Queen Casino Event Center. It's Jeffrey Osborne with special guest Will Downing. A thrilling night of R&B and soul. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. At Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. It's Sawyer Brown at Emerald Queen Casino Event Center. Thursday night, June 19th. A rousing night of country hits with Sawyer Brown at Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Well, we've only got a handful of laps in to this All-Ply Roofing Legends main event here on Home Track Heroes. I'm Caleb Hart. He's Derek Todoroff. And Derek, kind of a herky-jerky start for us, but starting to build some rhythm. And guys starting to pass some cars. Shane Sawin going to the middle.
Yeah, the experienced driver, that number 4, checking the top side against Kaylee Decker. Decker gets loose on the inside. That's opportunity for the number 4, goes up into position. Number 4 now threatening for the final podium spot against Jeremiah Johnson.
Shane made a podium on opening night, looking to collect some more hardware as it is still Garrett Grichala hanging on over Chris Thompson. Jeremiah Johnson has third, but there is the veteran Shane Sawin. Door panel to door panel as they enter the first corner, and Shane, no problem running through the speedy dry. Lots of experience for him, and he's got third just like that.
Well, Sawin's already visited a handful of tracks this season. In that number 4, found quite a bit of successes. Whoa, Thompson real loose out of turn number 4, and Sawin slices right on by.
Good timing for Sawin as Thompson loses, looks like 4 positions on the track for getting too wild off it. And caution flag comes out. That is Harris in the 20 and our 27 of Dakota Grichala together. Let's get another look at it.
Yeah, looks like Harris went low. Contact with Grichala, spin around. Some problems as well for the 86X of Jeff Mueller.
From the in-car and Damian Harris, a big thank you to Brandy Hood Promotions and Saxon and Ashley for arming up all these cars, the GoPros. From Grichala's point of view, just out for a nice evening drive, and then all of a sudden got to be facing the wrong direction. It happens.
That
Oh,
it
well,
does.
they'll get it forward. All right, so we did get more laps into this. We'll resume. Should be still on single file restarts here in the Legends division. Grchala leads 7 in. Sawin is second, and Johnson is third. Our program here on Home Track Heroes brought to you by All Ply Roofing. We're ready to go. Sawin starts in and behind Grchala. Grchala first led laps that I remember here in the division.
Whoa, Trums immediately. Off of turn number 4, caution flag flies. It's Joe Decker hard into the wall, and the 27 around of Dakota Grchala.
Goes from bad to worst for Dakota Grchala, and yeah, the Joe Decker car has seen better days. As here's what happened.
Right to that outside wall. I think I saw some sparks on the initial camera view. We'll see if we get another opportunity here from Damian Harris.
Harris, who's way in behind everybody, gets to watch it all happen, and in front of him, narrow miss for the youngster. Second look at it coming out of the corner. Dude.
Barely dodged there. Good work by Grchala. May spin, but avoids the chaos of hard contact right there.
Yeah, spin to avoid almost in a lot of ways for Grchala. No damage, thankfully. Now here's from the speed cam in this corner, and wow, a lot of impact on the right front of the Joe Decker car. So Joe's race is over. Hopefully everybody else can continue on, but we're getting a word from the officials that because of the problems we've had getting this thing up and going, we're going to cut the distance on this to 20. So we're now down to 13 to go. Magic, just like that. It's almost like time travel.
Well, Shane Sawin is right here with Garrett Grchala now. 13 laps to go. He lines up in position number 2. Off of turn number 4, they look to the flag stand, and we are back underway.
Got one car kind of creeping out of line, trying to look for some space. I want to say that's McNeil's 11.
That is McNeil.
And finds it. Now driving forward. He's to the outside of Thompson. Pinning down, I want to say, Wager, our opening week feature winner. So McNeil trying to move forward as the battle is on up front. Shane Sawin making the bid to the bottom. Grchala comes down, gets some front bumper for his efforts, and you got a new race leader in the 4.
That looked like a late block to me, just too little too late against the number 4.
And Shane's not going to be afraid to use that front bumper a little bit. You can't use a ton of front bumper in these cars. They're so twitchy, and, you know, most of the time you get a little contact, it's going to send somebody absolutely, like, out into the boonies, but just the right amount to get him out of the lane, and it worked.
Well, we can talk about Shane Sawin's oval experience, but it's also worth mentioning his figure 8 experience from back in the day. He drove a nice number 4 Fear car for a number of years. So he's experienced that front bumper.
On the inside, Davis Jacobson's got a move on Johnson. Pulls forward and in ahead. Here comes Thompson, who is 4th, looking for 3rd. And he is bringing Wager with him. Wager's been running a very patient race, but with those laps getting cut, he's going to have to hit the go pedal here. Can't afford to wait too long. So Wager now to the inside of Thompson. He's looking for 4th down the back straightaway.
Oh, we got some trouble here. Yellow flag flying, as we can see from the speed shot. It's Danny Arnold around, the number 11.
Second time we have seen Arnold come to a stop, and well, how did it happen? There's a lot of white and blue cars all stacked up in there. You can pick out which one is Arnold, have at her. And into that little group, gets sent, and that'll have to do the trick. So
I think that might have been V-lock contact between the two of them.
It happens as laps now at a very, very minimum here for the Legends. Let's watch and see. It is Sawin leading, Jacobson 2, Johnson 3, Thompson 4, and Wager in the 5th spot. With just single-digit laps to go, 9 more times around.
See what the 30B can do. Your opening night winner, your 2024 most popular driver at Evergreen Speedway. As we get the green, and Sawin makes it look easy, just holding down that line. As Johnson slow in the inside line, going to hold up the 30B, and the 10 machine of Thompson now up into 3rd.
Yeah, this is a big problem for Wager if they're too wide in front of you. Where do you go to get around them? The 3rd groove has not really been proven in the Legends division here. Guys will try once in a while, but we've never seen it run to big success. Jacobson doing a good job keeping with Sawin here. First couple of laps after the restart. Shane with the car length between them, and they've got multiple car lengths between them and Thompson. So down to 7 to go. It has been a minute since Sawin was in victory lane here at Evergreen Speedway.
He's got a maelstrom going on behind him. Battle for position continues to heat up. 30B Wager right there with the 10 of Thompson.
got to be keeping his fingers crossed that this stays clean and green at this point in time, because this pad is just enough. And, one of your fastest cars on the track, and Wager is still a number of car lengths back from him. With 2 cars to get around before he could even challenge, as Shane opens it up down the back straightaway. Coming into 5 laps to go, Derek, and guess what? I spoke it into existence. Here's another caution.
You're as bad as Ben is at this.
Well, Ben's got a special talent for laying the whammy on people. Let's watch what happened. Is it Arnold again in the 11 and the 53 of Humphreys?
Yes, it is.
Sure is. Wow. All right, guys, lift. Come on, it's not that hard. From Humphreys' point of view, in the corner, and hey, and we'll finish him off. But he's nice enough not to throw up, the universal signal for gear number 1. So, hey, good to know. All right, well, we're down to 5. Single file. Solon looking for his first Evergreen Speedway win in a bit. It is Jacobson and Thompson behind him. Wager is 4th. McNeil is 5th. Can the veteran pull it off?
We'll see, won't we? It is going to be an interesting finish here. 6 to go. They see the green, and Solon is gone. Wow, he got a much better jump than the others on that one.
See if he can hold it. It is Jacobson and Thompson trying to close on him after turn number 2. We watch them stretch out, let you guys know. Sparkle Wash, Puget Sound, your source for residential and commercial power washing services for over 55 years. Their technicians can handle it all. No project's too big or too small. Log on to sparklewash.com and schedule a complimentary quote. Sparkle Wash, Puget Sound. Well, they're strung out single file just like Solon wants. A car length worth of space between him and Jacobson, as we're down to 4 laps left. Thompson trying a lower line, getting into 1 to try to close on Jacobson. And behind him, Wager still has not been able to crack this top 3. It's all setting up pretty well for Shane Solon.
Rick McNeil also entering the picture in that number 11. And don't look now, and be careful with, as I say it, a little bit of danger if that number 19 machine of Jade Lou, should we see another caution? He's moved forward. As Jacobson up the hill. Here comes the 10 of Thompson, and Wager right behind Thompson to follow.
Kind of blocked the line that Braden was taking to get around Thompson. Has him squished in there. Thompson's going to get by Jacobson. Can he get by Thompson now to get to 2nd? But Solon taking this opportunity to just stretch. Nice job for him. Half a straightaway between him and his closest competitors. So rolls to the white flag. One more time around.
See McNeil clear Jacobson further back. White flag out for the number 4. Here's the best battle on track, though. The 10, 30B, and 11, all under a blanket. Looking low. Wager can't find it. Backs off. Into turn number 3. The 4 leads us through. Exiting off of turn number 4, Shane Solon back to victory lane in the 4.
Congratulations, Shane. He has really worked hard on that program for he and his daughter Marissa, and they have been excellent competitors. Let's talk to him and the rest of our top 3 on the Angel of the Winds Casino Resort podium.
Braden, who would you like to thank for your performance tonight?
All the Cannon Real Estate, Dirt Cheap Sewers, Pacific Street Rods, Bristol, Central Welding Supply, Nexus Pad, Big Kahuna Fishing, Joe's Racing Products, Elevate.
Driver the number 10 machine, Chris Thompson, 2nd place in the Legends.
I do a lot of this stuff.
Speedway. Let's move on. PRCBD Hornets coming up. It is Luke Davis out of Sultan, the Heath Waterlines number 13, and Trinity repping the 45 from Snohomish repping well in